Our responsibility goes beyond just, as I said, providing and protecting. My job isn't to compete with my son. It's to want him to surpass me. If you don't say it, the world will try to teach him, and it will do a horrible job teaching him. The world is going to, and the universe, it's going to pile on a whole bunch of shit onto your son. And it's your job to make sure that your son can stand up straight through all the bullshit. It's your job to raise your son up to be a king. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to want him to do better. Steve Harvey said it best. Nobody is going to want your son to be better than them. You are the only man on this planet that is rooting for your son to be a better man than you.
Shit, I'm about to go wait in this place when you dropping the bass in the beat inside the streets of awaken. I'm making the break my foot off of somebody's ass. I'm waiting for someone to say my name so I can annihilate them. Okay, then everyone was screaming the rape when I was kicking at the gate till it caved in, belly scraping by. But now I'm paid. Look at the paper I raked and I'm caking like Jay-Z and Drake. And I hate when people say that I ain't killing shit. The game is my playpen. I punch you in the face and end up breaking your break bands. I'm far from Hollywood. I'm posted up at the days in. Even though the industry say I'm the latest sensation. Drop the song at the award show. Becoming complacent. Mama saw me on TV with just a bum in the basement. You a cat and save a whole you.
But it's reality though. All right. You control you. You know how we do. What I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for life, family, friends, everything that's been bestowed on me. I'm so grateful to God. I'm grateful for the blessings that keep being sent my way and all the lessons that I continue to learn. It does feel like I'm listening to the Almighty a little bit more right now, because I'm able to say no to certain things, and the payoff is pretty dope so far. It's allowed me to be more focused. So, yeah, shout out Celsius for always supporting your boy. Telling y'all right now, I'm a big fan of this Fizz Free. This is my joint right here. The Fizz Free, I like it a lot. This one and the blueberry lemonade. So Celsius has been sending me some free cases, so I appreciate them very much. They're hooking your boy up. They're supporting. Wait, is that Celsius? Yeah, the powder? Yeah. My wife almost she was over at Costco and she said she's seen it. She was gonna get it. Just so when just in case I run out, and I'm in between. So it keeps me going. Nothing too crazy. So I appreciate that. Shout them out. You know how we do. Let's get the party started. Only a father. So I wanna start with this clip. I want to shout out the Pivot. I've been a fan of the Pivot since they first started. Two of them left I Am Athlete, or they were, that's a whole drama. But they started their own podcast with Ryan Clark, and they've been taking off. And now, like, I love seeing them do big things because three amazing brothers that have grown from their NFL career and doing something really big. And they've interviewed tons of people, have great in-depth conversations, and the way that people open up to them, I appreciate that because that's how I look at people doing here with me. So this is from a clip of when they're speaking with Steve Harvey. And this really sticks out to me because it's something that I've been preaching to my son since he was like 10.
Your father is the only man who wanted you to be better than him. I love you, man, but I don't want you to be better than me. Ryan crazy about you, but he ain't finna want you to be better than him.
That's real.
I didn't have nobody. When my daddy died, I didn't have nobody to say they was proud of me. It fucked me up. Because, you know, my dad used to call me and say, man, I'm so proud of you. And when he died, man, nobody said that to me no more. Nobody. And it's kind of crazy, man. Until I married Marjorie, nobody said they was proud of me. My wife, the only person says she's proud of me, man. Only person. So loser, that's what the fuck part for me was with him. Cause man, like I would get him tickets. He came to all my shows, like I'd fly him out. My mother never saw me, cause she didn't want to hear me cussing. So
Man, this is like one of those sport movies that no matter how much I watch it, it still brings out emotions. And so it is so big for me because I didn't grow up in a household where somebody said they were proud of me, right? It didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter how good I was at stuff. That wasn't something that I was going to be told. One, because my biological father wasn't there. My stepfather was uh, so abusive. So when I look back at my life, I look at so many things that I did was I can't blame just that, but I was searching for constant validation and I didn't care where I got it from, right? Could I be good enough at sports for my coaches to validate me, for girls to validate me because I was the man at sports? Could I, nobody was, even when I got good grades, there wasn't like, hey, great job. So it was like, well, why would I focus on my grades? Because like, I don't even want to do that. And I'm not going to receive any validation for that anyway. So I'm going to focus on the things that I want to do and focus on getting validated for that. Money, girls, sports. So as and the tricky part with that is you don't even know that you want this validation. At least I didn't, right? I didn't know I was craving it. I didn't know I wanted it. I didn't know that I needed it until I had kids. Until I started telling my kids that I'm proud of them. Until I started telling them that, like, man, great job. And it could be something so small, but good job. And then encourage them to do better, encourage them to do more, encourage them to go after it, and they could be greater, right? But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, right? And then it started hitting me like, man, I want that. But I don't want to get it from somebody else. I need to start giving it to myself, right? And so starting to have those talks, but just like Steve Harvey said, like, I don't think I heard anyone really say they were proud of me until my ex-wife said it. And that kind of shook me. Even when my wife says, like, man, you're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Like it's like a ray of sunshine that feels just different, right? And I tell myself all the time, hey, I'm proud of you. You keep doing these things. But it's not but more. With that said, I understand the person that I am. I do something dope and I'm already planning the next move. Like I don't even sit there. And that also comes from searching for that validation. So there's a good side and a bad side to it, right? And I look at it like a blessing because I'm always climbing that next mountain. Frustrates the hell out of my wife, but I'm always climbing that next mountain. I'm already looking at where's my next gym going to be. I haven't even fully moved into this one. I'm already looking at how I could do fights. I haven't even opened I'm always thinking about the next thing. I'm working towards the next thing while I'm climbing this mountain. And so it's crazy to think about, I guess. I'm not going to talk about the effects on a woman, right? But I am going to talk about the effects when it comes to young men and boys. So what silence actually does to boys, you don't get weak, you get driven, but it's unanchored. You chase approval, achievements, toughness, or control. You don't know why you're relentless, you just are. And if it's pointed in the right direction, that's great. There's tons of athletes who their moms, single moms, just pointed them in the direction of sports and like kept them out of the streets and kept them focused on this. And it's great to have that validation from your mom. It's great to be told that you're find out that your mom's proud of you. But I promise you, there's nothing like a man telling you that you're proud of you when you haven't had it. That's why like coaches can bring out the best in these kids, and why these coaches, or I'm sorry, why these athletes look to their coaches so much is like, man, he's like a father, because that's the role you play. And it's the worst thing that you could do to a young man is not be in his life. To me, there's not, you can't tell me anything else. That's the worst thing that you could do to a young man, is not be in his life. And I don't care what reason you give me. That young man needs you in his life, and he needs to hear that you're proud of him. And the mistake fathers make is like, men think he knows. I show up by providing. I don't want to make him soft. That's lazy leadership. Unspoken pride doesn't register. Like, that's a real thing. I don't know how many men I've had on here that talk about, like, Corey included, me included, like, we weren't told I love you by our pops. We weren't told, like, I'm proud of you like that. Like, all because, like, I'm providing. And here's the thing. I'm providing and that's your only thing is like the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum of what you can do, right? Are you really leading the household if you're just providing? If you're just the security blanket? Are you actually having conversations with your child? Are you showing them how to do certain things? Are you talking them through certain aspects of life? Are you being are you helping groom a king, or you just assuming he'll figure it out? I've talked about it before. It's generational knowledge. That's the wealth to me, is passing on the knowledge. And as men, we make this mistake like, oh, it's going to make us look weak if, who cares? Because I guarantee you, you want your son to win. You want your sons, whatever, to be better than you. And if you don't, something is fundamentally messed up with you. You're not going to live forever. He is your legacy. He is what's going to be left over. Your son needs to hear that. Your son needs to know that you're proud of him. Don't assume it. Let him know it. It's and it doesn't always have to be said after they do something major, right? It doesn't have to be after only wins. It's not conditional. You say it because you know what not hearing it creates. You're not trying to raise a boy who proves, you're trying to raise a boy who knows. You want to raise this boy that knows that he's amazing, that he's great. So he becomes, and still respectful, and becomes a man who's confident and can walk through life Not that something like, not that he's owed something, but that he owes the world his greatness. That's different. One of the dopest things I ever heard from an athlete is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was talking about how in one summer when he was a kid, he didn't score any points. No points. None. And his dad just looked at him and said, "Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you if you score 0 points or 62 points. I love you and I'm proud of you." And he talked about how having somebody have his back like that made him instantly feel secure. And then he was like, "But fuck that. I'm going to go score 62 points." But he knew his parents and especially his father had his back. He knew no matter how well he did, he had the support system. And it opened up everything for him. It allowed him to experiment and allowed him to just work on his left hand. And he might get beat. He might not score points. He may not do as well, but it's going to make his left hand better. And it's allowing them to fall down and knowing that you're not going to judge them for it. You got their back. And that's major. That's so major. I tell my son all the time, like, "Hey, I'm proud of you, kid." He's like, "For what?" I'm like, "Because you're such a good young man." Like, I'm really proud of the man that you're becoming. And like, every father will agree if they got told this, it will fill their soul up with so much joy and happiness. I had a guy, I did a mini seminar at a boxing/wrestling gym. I did a striking seminar basically. And this guy, his son goes to the same school as my son. And he told me, he was like, "I love your son. Every time he sees me, he comes up, he looks me in my eye, he shakes my hand, he asks me how I'm doing." And it's like, I spent years teaching this boy this, not just shaking the hand, but looking him dead in the eye, having that conversation, being respectful, and knowing that my son is doing that even when I'm not around. That's what I'm talking about. So of course I'm proud of my son. Of course I'm loving him. Of course I'm digging it. It's our responsibility goes beyond just, as I said, providing and protecting. My job isn't to compete with my son. It's to want him to surpass me. If you don't say it, the world will try to teach him, and it will do a horrible job teaching him. The world is going to, and the universe, it's going to pile on a whole bunch of shit onto your son. And it's your job to make sure that your son can stand up straight through all the bullshit. It's your job to raise your son up to be a king. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to want him to do better. Steve Harvey said it best. Nobody is going to want your son to be better than them. You are the only man on this planet that is rooting for your son to be a better man than you. Period. Point blank, period. No teammates, no friends. They might root for him, but they don't want him to be better. They might cheer him on. They don't want him to be better. But your son, you want to look at your son and say, "Man, he's so much better than I was." It's almost a selfish feeling, yo. Like, to be honest with you, it's like really selfish when I really break it down. Because if I could look at my son like he's better than me, I was a part of creating that, right? That's dope. That's a great feeling. And it's crazy that we don't look at it that way. We don't look at it like, oh my goodness, my son is gonna be better than me at this. My son at 15 is better than the 15-year-old version I was. Like he's doing better in school. Like he's naturally a better athlete than me. It's crazy. It's He's nicer than I was. Like he's more empathetic. Like he's not trying to be Thanos. He's trying to be like the Black Panther. He's trying to be T'Challa. He's trying to be Captain America or Iron Man. Like I like Thanos. I like Darth Vader. What other evil villains? I like Hans Gruber. Die Hard? Dope villain, yo. Dope villain. Like, I like the villains. Bane was dope. Joker was dope. You know what I mean? Dope villains. I like Batman because sometimes he operates like a villain. So it's just mind-blowing to me. Like, root for your son to be better. And if you didn't grow up with a father, take a second to reflect on that pain. Really, take a second. Take a second to recognize that everything you wanted to hear, you could say. You can look at your kid right dead in the face and say, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the man you're becoming. I'm proud of the person that you are. And keep talking to them, keep sharing with them. Like, I love that we say I love you all the time. I love that no matter where my son is, when he gets out my car, he gives me a hug. It doesn't matter if it's all his teammates are around. Before wrestling me, before a game, we'll give each other our little handshake. We'll go through the whole handshake, and then we'll give each other a hug. He doesn't buck at it. He doesn't care. It's my man's in them. That's a dope feeling for me. Right? Because now I think about when he has kids, he's gonna pass that on. He's gonna pass our little handshake on. Means my grandkids are gonna come up to me and like bop, 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 do our little handshake. It'll be cool. Right? It'll be dope, man. Like, what you think, Corey?
I got my mic up. I think what did I put in the chat? I put something in the chat already. I said something like, validation is so important at a young age. I can do better with that as a dad. Because I think the fine line between, and I think especially for like boys of color, the fine line is showing them love, but also preparing them for the world they're about to enter in. And so I think sometimes it gets hard and confusing to do both.
Yeah,
like
for
especially
sure.
with everything going on right now, it's like, yeah, there's gonna be less opportunity for you, so we got to make sure that you're ready to do this, and you got to be prepared to do that, and then you got to be able to be prepared for these things and all this other stuff, so you can try to get ahead. And I think sometimes the validation and the love part gets lost in the preparation
Mm,
for them becoming, a man or a woman,
yeah,
whoever you got.
yeah.
And so, not an excuse by any means, but I do think sometimes it gets lost in preparation.
Yeah, I would it sounds to me, and this is the point that I jotted down. Men confuse pressure with purpose.
Mm,
A lot of fathers think pushing harder replaces affirmation. Pressure without affirmation creates anxiety, not strength. Strength comes from knowing who you are, then being pushed to refine it. So that's one of the notes I put. And like, to be honest, when both the ladies were up here talking, it's essentially what I did with Kiara. I pushed, right?
mm,
Now in my mind, I, raising daughters is a little bit different to me than it's a lot different than raising sons, because I understand the society. There was a chance that not a chance. She's already seen this. My daughter can go somewhere and because she's cute can get stuff for free. Guys are willing to pay for things for her. Now she's had the same boyfriend, she didn't fall for the trap. But she'll go to, like, if she went to Starbucks or something and a guy thought she was cute or nice, they won't even charge her, right? And because of that, and because I knew that was the life she was going to walk into, um I put more pressure on her to be better and be able to handle life a little bit on her own. And it may have caused, uh I look at it now, she handles pressure pretty well, but she also gets a little anxious about making the wrong decision while she's planning it out. And it's like, girl, just make a decision. I got your back, just whatever happens. But there's a process there where she's a little anxious, and I try to help her get rid of that. But I also recognize that that's because I put a lot of pressure on her. Now, I gave her tons of affirmation, but there was a lot of pressure. The standards I held up for her were a little bit different than I hold for my son, mainly because of that, because I knew she was going to get offered free things. Guys were going to come at her. Guys were going to offer this. It's like, nah, we're going to drive you. We're going to make sure that you know not to fall for the okie doke. Like, this is what they want. Let's not fall for this. With my son, I know the world isn't going to give him that shit. Like, there's not going to be a line of people who say, "Hey, let me get you this. Let me buy you this. Let me pay for your gas. Let me pay for this." Whoop wop the bang. And so, yeah. So I wanted to make sure that that he felt kindness at home, because there's no guarantee the world is going to be kind to him. So I wanted to instill that love into him, and I knew the world would prepare him. And then it's just having straightforward conversation, like him in, like, I think seventh grade. I think it was seventh grade, and I'm pulling up to his school to pick him up, and him and this other girl are like talking and whatever and goofing around, and she pushed him and he sort of gave her a push back, and they were just joking. When he got in the car, I'm like, "Hey kid, you can't do that." He was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm just telling you from the optics. You're like a 6 foot tall, 200 something plus pound kid, right? Some parents gonna see that and get the wrong impression, right? It sucks, but the color of your skin and the way you look and your size don't allow you to play with people that way. You can't do that, kid." And it sucked. It's a sucky conversation to have, but it's one you have to have. My son is, you know, getting his permit and gonna be driving, and it's like, I just talked to my wife about it. I'm like, the conversation I have to have with him is different than the one I had with Kiara, right? And if we have a kid, it's going to be different unless he comes out dark or whatever. But it's like, when you get in the car, I don't want your wallet in a glove box. I don't want it in your pocket. I want the wallet sitting right in a cup holder right up front somewhere where you can get it. You get pulled over, both hands on the wheel. You roll down the window. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, my ID is right here in the cup holder. May I grab it, sir? Because you want no drama. You don't want anybody to think anything stupid. It doesn't matter why you got pulled over. We could deal with that shit later. But I need you to get home safe, right? I've been pulled over and just said, oh, sorry, we thought you were someone else. Let me have you. Can I have your license? Like, oh, this is stupid. Or, oh, you look suspicious. It's like, man, what the okay. It's and just tons of bullshit. Like, and I know it comes with the territory, right? It is what it is. So having these conversations, I think, are important, but also I could put pressure on him without tearing him down. And that's how I looked at that. Cause I put pressure on him about his grades. It's like I hold him accountable. It's like, come on. I put pressure on him about if he doesn't do something right in sports, if he doesn't do something right at home. It's like I gotta like handle that. It's like, hey kid, I still got a size 15 over here ready to like, as that 70s show, as Red would say, put a foot up your ass. Like I still got that size 15. And so I'm glad it doesn't come down to that. But he knows. And so, and I think we've talked about it before. The pressure I put on him are based on his goals. It's like, hey, you want to go to the Ohio State Buckeyes, kid? Well, hey, this is what you're gonna have to do. This is how it's gonna have to be. You have to do this, whoop up the bang, and do this, whoop up the bang, and make this happen. That's life. That's what you're gonna have to do. So, yeah, I look at things so different from most guys that I know. We'll see we'll see what it works out in like 10 years. Right. Well, that's really the thing. Like, does he continue to do this? Does he graduate high school? Can I keep him from doing something stupid with his car? Can I keep him away from uh, can I keep him from making a dumb mistake behind the wheel and parties and this and that? Like, these are things that it's crazy that I think about now. It's like, damn, this is what my mom was going through, yo. I was a reckless teenager. I was just out there. And so, and I know you go through it with your boys, like your son is a year older than Isaiah. And so, man, at least you're almost over that first hump though. You got like one more he's a junior, right? Yeah, you got one more year and then college, I imagine.
Yep.
College out of state?
Not sure yet. Probably not. It'll probably be in state.
So my question to you is how often you tell him you're proud of him?
Not enough.
I don't know what enough is. Like, why do you say not enough?
Because it's not enough. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This conversation makes me think I don't do it enough. I probably don't.
Well, everybody's different, right?
Because I'm always trying to push him.
Well, yeah.
So I probably don't say it enough. I mean, he's accomplished a lot, but my mentality is similar to yours. It's always on to the next.
Of course.
Time to celebrate.
Of course.
So probably not enough. I should probably go home and tell them both that I'm proud of them. Especially after I left the house today and said that phone is stealing your dreams away. What do you mean? We just looked at your screen time. That's all the evidence I need.
You know what's crazy? Here, it's funny you said that, and I was just thinking like only because this works with you because you're a nerd like me. What if Yoda, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, I would say those three told Anakin they were proud of him. Because he looked at them in like not Mace, but at least Yoda as a little bit of a father figure because he was there, but definitely Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
If they would have said,
because Qui-Gon was gone. Qui-Gon's
"Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the Padawan you've become. I'm proud of the Jedi you've become. Oh my goodness, you're doing great in the Clone Wars. We're proud of you. We're proud of what you're doing. Just make sure that you don't lose sight of becoming just a warrior and focus on this."
Their training didn't enable them
exactly
to do that. But at the same time, instead of validating him, they kept questioning him. Like, remember, it's like, I don't think the boy is ready to be
and
trained.
pushing him to be better.
Right.
Who told him he was proud of him? There were two people.
Was Qui-Gon one of them?
Mm-mm.
Who said that? I don't even know who said they're proud of Anakin.
His wife?
No. Obi-Wan did. He said, "You've become a far better Jedi than I could ever hope to be."
Yes. That's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're right. It's not quite the same.
Yeah. It means the same.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not the same.
Not direct.
Yeah. His wife, Padme.
Yeah, Padme.
And the Chancellor.
We saw how that ended up. Yeah, the Chancellor.
Chancellor constant. Yes.
Kept stroking his ego.
And that's what I worry about. That's what I worried about with my daughter. That's what I worry about with my son. Is someone going to lay a trap?
It's a trap. Star
Wars. It's got to come from us. Because then they don't search for it. They're not out there trying to get it from everyone else. That's what, and like there's a good side to it, right? It pushes us to, like, it drives us.
Right.
It drives us. Like, and no matter what, we want the validation. We just don't know where we want it from.
Right.
Most, like, at our age, we want it from our wives. Like, if our wife looks at us and we did something great, man, I'm so proud of you, baby. Like, that means the world.
Yeah, my wife tells me that. I don't believe her. I mean, I believe her, but I don't. I'm like,
see.
and then I move on with my doubts.
Man,
I felt like it's a built-in.
Man, you are like, every time I hear you, you're at level 1, and shit. Even if I'm at level 100, I look at the steps as like there's probably like 1 million more steps, so I'm not even close.
Right.
But that's where I was.
Yeah.
If my ex-wife said she was proud of me, I'm like, I hear you, but
I always say, like, yeah, I might.
Yeah.
Then I move on.
I had to be proud of myself. Right. What's dope is like, and what it's dope when I listen to like someone like Snoop, who got his start. I think it was when he got his Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And he's like, I got to thank myself. Right.
Facts.
It's because that's part of loving yourself, is like, and that honestly, that will help you with saying it to your kids. Like, you got to be proud of yourself. And that's something, like, as men, we don't do. Like, we're always on to the next one. I'm still like that.
Right.
But I try to take at least 10 minutes to recognize what I've done. Right. To enjoy that moment. Right. Like, even after these next fights this Saturday, I'm going to go out and I'll have probably a burger or chicken sandwich. We always go to the same place. We always go to come back in. So we always go to the same place after the fights because it's right there. And might even have a whiskey. And I'll enjoy the wins or losses, whatever happens.
Right.
And I'll be analyzing them, but I'll enjoy that moment with them. And the next day, I'm working. I'm working again. So it's like, and I enjoy that moment so I can get back to work. Right. And it's the benefit of looking where I started. Right. I told you this before. Where'd you start? Where was your first studio?
Jesus, in the apartment in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Doesn't look like an apartment in Milwaukee. So it's okay to say I'm proud of you.
Right.
It's okay. Hey, I'm proud of myself. This isn't the final stop, but I'm proud of myself.
That's probably
Because then when you're then when your wife, because imagine this. Imagine if your wife came from a shitty childhood and every time you said you love her, she was like, I hear you, but now there's no way you can love me because she doesn't love herself. That woman is dangerous because that woman is going to look for validation from anyone.
Yeah.
I've been with those type of women.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what you're doing.
Right.
It's like, oh, I hear you, but I don't believe you. She looks at you and she's proud of you.
Yeah.
Because she can see where you've come from.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
She knows. So she's like, yeah. And you just got to recognize that too. And like, that's what I mean. It's, when I say level 1, that's just like learning to love yourself and be proud of yourself and like how far you've came. And when you really think about it, if you really break it down with your kids, are they bad kids?
No, not anywhere close.
Can they be better? Of course. So it's like, hey, I'm really proud of the young men the young men that you are and the young men that you're becoming. And this is the talk I have with Isaiah, especially when I'm riding him. It's like, hey, I want you to know that I just want you to be the greatest that you could be. That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I genuinely want you to succeed. And it's why I'm on your tail. It's why I push you the way I do. But with that said, I'm so proud of who you are right now. I'm so proud of the person you're becoming. And I recognize that you're doing the work and you're doing stuff. Just understand there's always more you could do. There's always more you could do. And when you set the goals that you've set, you have to want to be great.
Right.
But I'm going to keep pushing you and keep driving you until I'm dead. Because that's my job. And as long as you, like, for me, bridging those real conversations,
right.
He's like, I know, Dad. I know. I get it. It makes it, he may not enjoy it in the moment, but I know he gets it. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing. Right. And so.
Or I could just play this video.
Or
I could just play this video.
Yeah. and that's the point. Like, it's. No really other way to sum it up. If you feel like you don't say it enough to your sons, you're the only one that can fix that.
Yeah. It falls on me. I have to take accountability.
Yeah. But you should be proud of the young men that you have because you've raised 2 outstanding young men.
That's what my mom always says.
Yeah. Like, at some point, you got to start recognizing it. At some point, because then, and we talked about this, otherwise you repeat the mistake, you repeat the same sins of the father. Our job to be better. So once again, shout out Celsius. You needed a camera back there, homie. You needed a camera. Thank y'all for vibing. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Shout out to Pivot. And shout out Steve Harvey for blessing us with such a dope quote, dope breakdown of that. And remember, fathers, man, be a good dad, be a good father, be involved. Even if the mom doesn't want you to be involved, yo. So that's You Control You. We out. Peace.